Hello and welcome back to this Moon Messages reading. So this is going to be from the new moon in Virgo on the 15th of September until the full moon in Aries on the 29th of September. I wasn't going to do this one, I must admit. I'm having a bit of a break on social media and doing my card in the car readings and other things at the moment, but you know me, I can't miss this moon cycle. I can't miss these moon messages. So you're still getting me. Okay, so I will do my best. I've been kind of giving myself a little bit of a break and kind of going inwards, but I think this reading actually brings through a lot of about that. So there might be a few of you feeling the same way, and sometimes you just have to, still do the things that you love to do. I do love doing my card in the car readings. I do love doing readings for other people, but there's only so much you can do when you work with energy. You can only give so much energy. I'm surprised there is so many cards that have come out, to be fair. So I'm hoping I can get through it. But here goes. Okay, so the first card we have is balance, spirituality and practicality. So kind of what I just said, give yourself the practical things that you need to give yourself. So if you need to give yourself time and kind of just do the things that in your external environment to make you happy at the moment, if you practically need to go for walks or go and have a physical workout or go and have a physical massage or read a physical book. This is all about the physical, okay? This is about the practical, the physical, the things that you can see in your external reality. Because spirituality is the things that you can't see. That's the things where it's all kind of about connectivity, connecting to your inner self and the way that you feel and the way that you sense things around you and the things that you can't see, the things that you believe in, okay? So this is about balancing it out. So kind of what I'm doing now, I'm still going to balance my what I'm doing, because normally I would probably do about 70% spirituality and 30% of the other stuff. But this week or this weekend I'm trying to kind of go more into my physical world and just being with my body and being with what's around me and things like that. But I'm also sensing how I feel and being with how I feel, so balancing it out. Okay, so it's really important. And then the next two cards we have are your hard work is paying off and prosperity lies ahead. So what I got with this, I didn't actually see the word work in here. I saw the word worth, which is really interesting because it doesn't say that word at all. It sounds like it, which might be why. I'm getting a bit of a headache now as I read these cards, which is strange. I hope it's going to go as we go along, but there's a lot of pressure that's just in my head. So I don't know whether someone has a lot of pressure at the moment, a lot of pressure at work maybe, and that might be why the message is coming through for your hard worth is paying off. So what that means is recognizing your worth, and I think the fact that you have been recognizing your worth, and that is going to pay off. Okay, so maybe you have realized that you're doing too much, you're pressurizing yourself too much in either work or certain areas of your life, and you're starting to realize that you need to step back and you need to actually realize your worth and realize what you need to do to look after yourself and care for yourself and give yourself what you need, rather than kind of what other people need or the expectations around you. So it's realizing, I'm worth more than this, and actually, that is telling me that it's paying off. It's really paying off. This was in reverse, but to me, sometimes the cards in reverse, as I always say, isn't always the opposite. It means it's pointing towards me, so it can sometimes mean going internally. So it might be that you need to go internal, you need to be with your feelings and realize your worth by doing that. Okay, But the second card was prosperity lies ahead. So that's actually a really good sign. And it's actually it's a sign that, yeah, I was going to say it's a sign for Taurus. But I didn't even look at that bottom bit. It says new moon in Taurus. And it is the new moon energy on today. So this is at the start of the reading. So this to me says that you need to be in Taurus energy. Taurus energy is more grounded. Okay, it's an earth sign. So it means you need to be present in your life. You need to be more grounded in yourself and in your reality, which is kind of what I was saying, you know, balancing the practicality with spirituality. So it's about being grounded, getting into nature, being present with yourself and and your body and all of that, coming out of your mind and into your body. Because if you're in your mind quite a lot, if you're thinking a lot, if you're overthinking, if you're over analyzing, you can get headaches. And that might be why, you know, someone here might be getting lots of headaches. They might be feeling a lot of pressure up here. And that's because you're too much in your mind, and you need to drop down into your body and spend more time with your body and being present with that, okay? Oh, I feel a bit out of breath as well, so I'm kind of speeding up, and I feel like maybe, you know, there's some people here who are doing that as well. Maybe you're just doing too much and you're just out of breath and you need to slow down, okay? Interesting. Didn't even look at the next card. Take time to breathe out. Oh, I love it when that happens. I honestly did not look at that next card. I told myself I am not even going to analyse the cards beforehand. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'll look at them and I'll take it all in before the reading. But this time I was like, nope, just go straight in and just take whatever comes. So I'm going card by card, okay? So I didn't know that. So take time to breathe out. Slow down. Yesterday I was at a festival. I was helping out at a festival in my hometown. Hometown, it's not a town, it's a city. But I was helping out at a festival, and I wasn't in the right frame of mind, but I really wanted to help because it's my good friends that were running it, and I wanted to help them. And I told myself though that I would only do what I can manage, and I really needed to take time sometimes to just stop and be present and breathe, because if not I would have just got overwhelmed and yeah, it would have been too much. So I did that, and luckily there was a workshop going on that I joined, and it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. It was by a lady called Shani, and yeah, her workshops are amazing, and she did this beautiful short workshop, you know, on sort of connecting with yourself and connecting with your breath and all of that. And afterwards I just felt so amazing. I just thought I needed this nourishment. So maybe that's what you need. Maybe you need to just connect with your breath, connect with maybe need to join some, you know, classes or meditation groups, or just listen to things that help you online, that just slow you down and help you breathe and connect with yourself again, okay? I'm feeling really, really dizzy right now. So, you know, that up in the head thing is a big thing for someone. I'm feeling for you too, if it is you, because I'm picking up a lot of dizziness now, and a lot, maybe, I don't know if it's like vertigo or something, but a lot of pressure in my head, a lot of dizziness, and yeah, just really picking that up. So if it is you, I'm looking at my amethyst crystal. So this is my amethyst crystal, isn't it beautiful? To grab one of these, okay? And just hold on to it and just try and calm yourself. So amethysts are really good for calming your energy and yeah, helping you just connect with yourself again and slow down and just relax, okay? So grab an amethyst if you can, all right? Or just maybe think of the colour purple, because colour purple can really calm you, and just feel into what the colour purple feels like in your body. Just, yeah, maybe try that, okay, if you haven't got an amethyst. Ooh, breathe. Breathe. Okay, the next two cards are Go Deeper and Honour Your Feelings. I instantly know what this is about as well. So like straight away after the Good Time to Breathe card, I told you about the festival yesterday. In that same workshop, I'm glad this happened actually, because it was obviously meant to happen before this moon messages, because I was going to do this previously, but I decided to hold off, and I really felt to do it today, so I'm glad that I did it on the day of the new moon. But yeah, in the workshop yesterday, we had to do these exercises where we had to kind of walk around, and then there was a group of strangers we'd never met before, and we had to like try and be vulnerable, or let ourselves be vulnerable and get out of our comfort zone. And we had to stand in front of someone we didn't know, so a new lady in front of us, and we had to stare at them for a while, and that was really uncomfortable for some people. Some people found it really, really, uncomfortable and vulnerable, because it was awkward, sort of staring in someone's eyes, that you don't know. Some people couldn't stop laughing, or and yeah, we had to do that for the first time. Then we had to sort of ask each other like personal questions, like, well, not personal questions, but like, what were your deepest fears, and what are your deepest desires, and we had to compliment each other. There was all these different things, and one thing that I noticed was that when I was asked the question, what are your deepest fears, I could easily just go in with the logical, practical, on the surface stuff. I'm scared of open heights, I'm scared of wasps, I'm scared of I don't know, dying, or I'm not scared of dying, but I could have gone in with all those things, but I didn't. I knew that I had to go deeper, and this is what that card is about. Okay, it's going deeper. It's asking yourself, what am I really deeply scared of? What am I really, what are my deepest fears? And there were things like, not for me, but there were things like, you could say things like, being alone, ending up alone, losing someone. I don't know, I can't think of any right now. I'm not gonna share mine. But there were some things that were coming up that were, very, very deep, and it was all kind of related to what I'm going through in my life at the moment. And I was surprised at what came out. And then, these feelings came up from that were very present. And so this is, honor your feelings. So if you ask yourself, what are my deepest fears, and what are my deepest desires? And I thank Shani for this, because, they were really good questions to really think about and go a bit deeper. Okay, don't just stay on the surface. What are your deepest desires? You could say, oh, I want a big house, and I want to travel, and I want to, I don't know, have a big bucket list I want to achieve before I'm a certain age. But that's not what we're looking for. Okay, we're looking to go a little bit deeper, a lot deeper. We're looking, for the answers like, why do you want to do these things? What would they bring you? What feelings would they bring you? And mine were things like freedom and peace, like complete peace in my life, and freedom, and to just do these things without being scared, like without having fears, with confidence, with ease, And so when I get to these places, because I mentioned sort of traveling, but I also mentioned why I want to do them and what feelings they bring up for me. And I thought about when I'm there and how would I feel, and all of that. So that's what we're looking for. Okay, so go deeper and honor the feelings that come up from that. So let me know how you get on with that. I'd love to hear your comments. Okay, then we have 4 cards in a row. I have no idea why they're in a row. I haven't looked at them. I don't know what's on them. So let's just see what comes out. Okay, we've got trust that all will be well. We've got meditate and contemplate. That was in reverse. Just going to have them like they came out. Then we've got your dreams need a practical plan. But that was also in reverse. And then we've got, what do you need to release? And that was upright. Okay, so I'm just going to put these back, and I'm going to tune into them now. So something that you're kind of worrying about at the moment, you obviously don't believe that all will be well, or you're just a bit doubtful that things will work out. It's upright, that card. It's very loud, it's very strong. It's wanting to shout at you that trust all will be well, okay? It wants to scream this from the rooftops. It just sounds so loud in my head, okay? So you need to trust that everything's going to work out, that everything's going to be okay, all right? Meditate and contemplate is in reverse, but it's not in reverse because it means the opposite. It is actually pointing towards me, so it's an internal thing. So again, you need to now and again check in with yourself. Another thing that thank you. Another thing that's come from the workshop. Okay, so yesterday when I did the workshop, we had to connect with other people. We had to connect with people we didn't know. They would tell us things, they would tell us stories, they would tell us, you know, things they were scared of, things that they were desiring, and they would open up, and we didn't even know these people. Same as when I was a counsellor, you know, people would open up and I would have to try to separate my stuff from theirs. And there was a part where we got told to just listen and not respond and not give feedback. And that was quite difficult for some people. Luckily, I've had that training, so I know how to do that. But there's a lot of people who struggle with that, who always want to kind of respond rather than just hold the space and listen. But what she did say was that afterwards, when you've heard these things, it's difficult to not take on what they've given you, especially if you're an empath, especially if you get triggered by things. You know, it's difficult for you not to, you're responding because something's triggering in you, like something is resonating with you even. It doesn't have to trigger you, but it's resonating with you. So you're responding because of that. And because it's left an imprint on you, it's affected you in some way. But what this card is saying is that everything that's going on for you right now, if people are responding in a certain way, if people are triggering you, if they're bringing stuff up for you, you need to come back to your energy. You need to come back to your body, your feelings, who you are, what's going on for you. You know, she told us to kind of put our hands on our heart and come back to us afterwards. You know, come back into our energy. So maybe that's something you need to practice, is to continuously come back to you. Don't get pulled away by other people's issues or stories or the way they're acting or even the way they're treating you or behaving around you. Don't get drawn into that. I know it's easier said than done, but try not to. Try not to get drawn into that and just come back to you. If it helps, put your hand on your heart, okay? And just close your eyes and breathe and be with your energy and your breath, okay? Next card is your dreams need a practical plan, but it was in reverse, so it means they don't. That is actually a reverse, like a proper reverse. That's not a pointing towards me card. That one's in reverse. That is pause. You don't need to do everything right now. You don't need to plan ahead. You don't need to think about the future. You don't need to think, what are my next steps? What do I need to do? You don't need to worry about stuff. Because when you're going through this energy, which it feels a bit of a tricky energy right now, it feels a bit emotional. So when you're going through this, you don't need to be planning extra things that are going to stress you out, okay? You need to come back to you. You need to come back to where you're at, be present, and don't rush things, okay? Just slow down, chill out, okay? And then the last card is, what do you need to release? So for me, this is about thought patterns. This is about I wouldn't say feelings, because feelings don't need to be released. They need to be honoured right now, okay? You need to be with those. You need to be present with those, accept those, really feel those and experience those. Do not push them away, whatever you do. I feel that quite strongly. You need to think about the things that you need to let go, and they are going to be the opposite of feelings. They're going to be thoughts. They're going to be the stuff that's going on in your head, giving those headaches, right? Keep looking in the wrong side of the camera. Yeah, you need to try to release those negative thoughts, those negative beliefs, those negative stories that are going on in your mind, and just be with every feeling that's coming up for you. The more you think, the more you're going to feel those negative feelings, especially if they're negative thoughts, okay? So try to, when you catch yourself thinking in those negative patterns, try to catch it, almost always think of it like it's coming out of your head and you need to just catch it and then throw it in the bin, if that helps, okay? So I don't know why they were all clumped together. Maybe there's a connection with all those, I'm not sure, but yeah, they all came out together. Next card we have is Be Bold and Make the First Move, but it was in reverse. So no, don't make any moves. It's not your chance. It's not for you to make the moves, okay? It's not for you to do that. You are on pause right now, and it's important that you are on pause. I'm actually seeing someone, you know, watching, it's like you're watching a film and you've just paused it, and you don't need to watch the end of the film right now. You don't need to even know how that film's going to end, and you don't need to rewind it and look back on what's happened in the film so far. There's no point. You've already seen it. You've already experienced it. There's no point watching it again. There's no point in telling yourself stories about that film. Okay? There's no point in predicting what's going to happen at the end of the film. You're on pause. You're giving yourself time for reflection. You're honouring what you've seen in the film so far. You're honouring those feelings, the things that has brought up for you. You're not overthinking it too much, hopefully. And just chilling out. Just using that pause time to chill out and just be calm. It's definitely where I'm at the moment anyway. So, yeah, let me know if you're in the same place. All related. These cards are all related, as you can see. You've got honour your feelings. You've got breathe. You've got meditate. You've got release negative thoughts. You've got pause. And then you've got clear your mind. What did I say? And my headache's gone as well. So interesting. Okay, my headache's gone. I've got this hair that's sticking up. It's really annoying me. So yeah, clear. Yeah, I know I shouldn't be bothered about that, but I am. Yeah, clear your mind, clear your hair. Clear your mind of anything, any chatter, anything that's giving you headaches. Drink more water as well. I'm just really sensing, there's no water on here, but I don't know why that just came. Please drink more water. I know I need to. But yeah, really, you need to drop down into your heart and into your gut and into your intuition and listen to that, okay? Because your mind, like the moon here, the full moon, this is at the end of the reading, okay? The full moon here is intuition. And it's about really listening to yourself and really listening to your instincts and your gut feelings and everything and what's going on for you. The mind can sometimes really, really get in the way. It can tell you stories, and you can sometimes think that you're listening to your gut when actually you're not. You're listening to your mind. So you need to work out how to separate that, okay? It's very difficult sometimes, but usually the mind will be the voice that's telling you not to do something because you're scared of it. And your gut will be the thing that's telling you to do something because it's good for you, or, you know, because it's gonna benefit you somehow. It wouldn't tell you to do something. Like, it wouldn't say do this and it's going to be bad for you. Like, it would, you know, you have to really listen to this. You need to listen to where you're being pulled to. And actually, you know, sometimes your gut will say, don't do this, but it won't be followed up by something that is like a fear thing. It won't be followed up with, say for instance, your gut won't say, don't do this because you're going to hurt yourself. It won't say that. It would just say, don't do this. It's like an instructor. It's very difficult to kind of explain the difference sometimes. But there's another thing, you know, you can listen to your whole body. You can feel into your whole body. You can feel into your heart, if that helps. But the way to determine whether something is right for you or not is to close your eyes and think about that thing or that situation or that person or whatever, and feel into whether your body, like how your body feels or how your heart feels. And if your heart or your body feels expansive, if you feel like your energy is moving outwards and it feels open and expansive, that's a good thing. If it feels like it's restricted and like, ugh, like closing up, it's not a good thing, okay? So that's another way of knowing, if that helps. So I don't know if I've explained it but well enough. Okay, and then the last card, well no, actually not the last card, the last moon card, and then we've got our crystal card. So the last moon card is know you are loved, but it's in reverse. But it doesn't mean that you're not loved. It actually means to go inwards again. Okay, so this one means to love yourself, to show yourself that you are loved, to know your worth, to know that you are loved. Okay, and it can also be to reflect on the things that other people have said that make you feel loved. So if you've heard people say beautiful things about you, lovely things about you, another thing that reminds me of that workshop, we had to give each other compliments, and I got the most amazing compliments, and it wasn't just, you know, what I looked like, it was about my energy and about the way they felt around me, and it was lovely, really lovely. I'd never heard, well, I had, I'm not going to be big-headed, but some people have said it, but I've never heard it in the way that she said it, and it was really lovely. And we had to accept that and fully embrace it and not push it away, and, you know, say thank you and just really receive it. And sometimes people find it hard to do that. So if you're one of those people that find compliments hard to receive, please just start receiving them and just thanking the person, because they want you to receive it. That's why they gave it in the first place. But you need to start, I sound like I'm telling you what to do. You need to do this, you need to do that. It's just coming out, sorry. I don't know, I'm not saying it, I'm channeling it. So it's important, it's important for you and your well-being and your mind and your heart to know that you are loved, to take that in, to soak it in fully, and to tell yourself that you are loved, and to love yourself. Start by liking yourself. If you can't love yourself, I always say that, you know, start with the little things that you like about yourself, and that will build. No one starts a relationship and loves that person straight away. They don't love them on day one. If they do, then that's a bit strange. But, you know, you have to get to know that person. You have to like them first, and then that grows and can grow into love. So it's the same thing with liking yourself first and becoming your friend first, getting to know yourself first, then hopefully that'll grow into love. Okay, crystal of the moon cycle. I know this is a long read, and again, they all tend to be like half an hour, so I do apologize, but I hope you stay with me to the end. And for those who do, thank you. I really appreciate it so much. I love you. You are loved. Okay, so the crystal, I've gone really blank there. Crystal of the moon cycle is raw morganite. Is that, I hope that's not, yeah, it's in reverse here, but I'm sure that, yeah. Raw morganite. Okay, and I'm just going to read out what it means. So we've got essential meaning: sensitivity, gentleness, empathy, compassion, the gift of vulnerability, and self-forgiveness. Try not to get emotional here, because these are the things that I've been working on. Okay, no matter how hard the rock, over time, water can alter it, making a path where there was none before. The appearance of this crystal is a sign that this is a time for you to embrace your sensitivity and gentleness. There is no need to be forceful when you can simply be open to what you are entitled to receive. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. How strange. As this crystal spirit appears in raw, unpolished form, finding strength in knowing that you do not have to engage in battles that serve no one. You are able to handle whatever dramas are in front of you right now. Your exquisite sensitivity will serve you well, for it allows you to see things as they are. The conscious universe will be gentle with you, and raw morganite spirit is here to let you know that you are not alone and that you have a solid foundation beneath you. So express your gifts of empathy and compassion. You are stronger than you know. Relationship message. Gentle assertiveness is the way now. For the message of raw Morganite spirit is to conserve your resources and avoid giving in to the drama of battles. People who are wounded may not appreciate you now, so set healthy boundaries, for your compassion and kindness extends to yourself. Express the strength of vulnerability by being honest without oversharing. By leering others... No, leering? Why did I say leering? Oh my God. By letting others see that you are on a healing path so they may be inspired too. Prosperity message. Easy now, let abundance flow. Knowing that when you are sensitive, you can pick up on the signs that situation needs to be righted. You can draw on your intuitive, empathic nature, so gently go with the flow, observing your opportunities to build wealth and see where you must cut your losses. Stifling your compassion and empathy is not the way. By connecting with the universe, you will be strong as you engage in the work of building the prosperous life you deserve. Crystal Spirit Meditation. Morganite is a gentle heart-cleansing stone that is valuable when we wish to release old patterns, wounds, and blockages that are obstacles to loving relationship with others. Meditation with this stone allows connection to divine love, which eases fear of vulnerability and allows us to be open to receiving love from others and from spirit. That just feels really and it's really gentle as well, isn't it? It's like a really gentle, peaceful, calming stone as well. It's a bit like rose quartz, it's a bit like that as well, which I've got on my necklace as well. So yeah, anything like, raw Morganite or just stones that are like that colour that remind you of gentleness and softness need to be in that energy, okay? And it goes really well with the rest of the reading, so I'm really pleased with that. So thank you for listening. I hope it served you. Please do let me know if any of that resonated. Comment below, private message me on any of my social media platforms. They are down below. And yeah, if you want a personal reading, I am going to be on holiday over the next, going next weekend for about a week. So I'm free up until then, if not after then, so October. So yeah, just all my details are below if you want to book a reading. And thank you ever so much. See you on the next one. Bye.